You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. FIFPRO's Director of Global Policy and Strategic Relations for Women's Football, Sarah Gregorius, has said a low number of competitive women's football matches stops players from showing their ability and limits the development of the sport.
A report by Global Players Union, FIFPRO, which monitored the workload among women players, showed that underload is one of the most pressing issues in the sport. The report found that even at the top level of the game, women players make a relatively low number of appearances each season. The COVID-19 pandemic has led to a further decrease, with players taking part in an average of 22 matches during the 2019 to 2020 and 2020 to 2021 seasons. FIFPRO's Gregorius has highlighted that the players don't have the opportunity to develop properly, but the industry is also not going to develop properly because there isn't enough opportunity for players to go out there, leave it all on the pitch, and really showcase what they're capable of if they're just not given enough opportunities to do so. The scheduling of competitive opportunities is another major issue, which can contribute to some players experiencing overload. Gregorius believes short-term contracts make the problem worse. Players are actually going from contract to contract, season to season, so every game is an opportunity to obtain and retain a professional contract. That puts a lot of pressure on the players.
We have this phenomenon of really short-term contracts in women's football, right? It's not often that you see these multi-year deals. So players are actually going from contract to contract, season to season. So every game is an opportunity to obtain and retain a professional contract. So again, that puts a lot of pressure on them. And actually what we need to discuss more in detail is actually, are players therefore cutting corners on their physiological well-being because everything is so short-term? It's a smash and grab. So maybe I don't want to rest this week because then another player might come in and I lose that. I think one important thing that can be done to address some of the key issues we raise in the report, like Underload, is just better conversations and collaboration around scheduling in particular, and an understanding of how competitions and different competition organizers can use the potential of what they can provide to the industry in the best possible way. So like regulating things around travel, if you are a competition organizer, you have an inherent interest in people being able to perform in your competition. So make sure that you regulate the travel conditions so that you leave no stone unturned in the way that they can represent and do well in your competition. So that's really important.